Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, like and subscribe, and feel free to peruse my channel and go through some videos that you are drawn to after this beautiful pick a card reading for you. And this is just so you can stay plugged in and get my latest updates, okay? So for those of you who already know who I am, you know how I do it. Let's go ahead and call in some help from the elementals. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether, and source energy. I ask that source gives me insight for this moment in all directions in time and space, so I can bring about the messages that are needed for this pick a card reading and what's coming in for this week. And so it is. All right. For those of you who picked card number 1, you have the 5 of fire. Now, for those of you who chose this will be a time of chaos and conflict that is coming in for this week. With the 5 of fire, the 5 represents, or it symbolizes, like a confrontation of some kind. Now, you may already have experienced this at hand, or this is something that is headed for you in this coming week. For some of you, you already know what's going on. You're going through it right now in this now moment. So it's not probably going to come as a surprise to you. But for those of you that have not met this yet, it is because it has not arrived upon you. That's why this is a pick a card and what's coming in for you this week. You may not feel that you may have a rival or competition, but that's because it hasn't arrived yet. Okay? So the universe is basically letting you know that this is going to be a time for a rival or competition, and they may be willing to be ruthless and use aggression against you in order to come out on top of the situation. Okay? Now, this is what you can also take into consideration. It could be a matter of social media because of the latest technology. It don't have to be something that happens at work, but there is going to be some type of rumor or gossip and lies told about your reputation that is going to be soiled. And for others, the 5 of fire represents a choice to walk one or two paths, to embrace or condone this behavior. I do apologize about that. I did click not to be disturbed, but for whatever reason, some calls can come through. Let's go back, just so I can make sure that you heard that you do have two choices. One is to embrace your path or condone this behavior. Okay. Now, if you condone this behavior, it will not go away. If the choice is to embrace it, do so knowing that you will be met with aggression, because aggression only perpetrates more aggression. Okay. So instead, if you choose to believe that another is your rival or has stolen work from you, then what you need to do is use legal methods in place to protect your interests. And if you're not willing to do so, then do the honorable thing and step away and go your separate way and apply the golden rule here, okay? Do not embrace fight for malicious behavior, or it may be you who finds yourself judged and condemned and your reputation ruined. You're being called to apply the golden rule here, okay? This is a moment to treat others how you treat yourself. Both parties need to air out their grievances and present their points of view and allow for them to come into a healthy resolution on their own. Okay, there are always times where arbitration is required, so you may want to get a third party or a mediator. In some cases, for some of you, you're going to have to get the law involved in the court system. And in this circumstance, be sure to keep your emotions in check and under control at all times. And if you present any facts, just make sure that you have all your ducks lined in one row and that you get your facts straight, and remain respectful of the laws that are in place, and be both courteous and considerate at all times, because this situation is definitely calling for you to do so. And do not allow a lack of awareness or an immoderate behavior to place you at a disadvantage. And for some of you, this message will not resonate with you because it has not happened yet, okay? But for others, it has already went down. It has already taken place. It's almost been a month. You're about almost a month into this thing, okay? And it has already been brewing. And it would definitely resonate with you. So just be cautious how you proceed for this week and at the workplace, also in your personal affairs, and when it comes to the matters of your heart. Okay? Very well. Okay, moving along. For those of you who chose card number 2, you have the card of intuition. I call this the Into Me, I Listen card. You're being called to use your sixth sense, which is the voice of your unconscious or your subconscious mind, and to heed to your intuitive feelings. It looks like for some of you, you've been ignoring your intuition. And there are many phrases and words that are used to describe the subject of the sixth sense. Some call it funny bone, some call it a funny feeling, an inkling, a hunch, a knowing, or a feeling in one's bones. You can't really pinpoint why you feel or believe as you do. You just know in your gut, and every fiber of your being demands that you listen. Let me break this down and make it more simple for you. Intuition is a bridge between the conscious and the subconscious minds, between instinct and reason. It is your unconscious mind communicating with you, okay? It can come to you in a flash of insight or a feeling, or you can have an intuitive experience within a dream or daydream. Some people get premonitions or precognitions, okay? This is how it comes. And for some of you this week, this intuition of yours is going to be at work. But how strong your intuition is based and dependent solely upon how often you use it. It's a muscle. You have to use it. You have to exercise it. And the question is, and this is coming from the universe, do you trust that your gut feeling and your knowingness is right? Or do you push it aside as illogical or irrational? To have a strong intuitive ability and to use it has nothing to do with the paranormal or supernatural, contrary to belief. Would it surprise you to know that there is a lot of legitimate research, including studies by the U.S. Navy, into how intuitive and intuition skills come to play and how it works? Okay? And how it can be strengthened to help in situations where intuitive thinking may save someone's life. Some of the greatest scientific discoveries that are known by man, like Mike Archer and Isaac Newton and Albert Einstein, to just name a few, believed that intuition was a great value. And when it came to innovation and invention, this was perfect. Trust me, I know it is very easy to overlook and dismiss, because those intuitive feelings and thoughts that come to us, when we get them, we're wondering where they're coming from. Like, is it true? But I can tell you that your success this week is going to be one of the important natures for you to rest your laurels on your intuition. It's no different than your other senses. And you'll come to know that after you continue to plug away in it. Okay? One thing I want to tell you is that the intuition is there to be used and to be incorporated into your everyday life because it enhances it greatly, significantly. It's very important. It's going to take both courage and practice to heed this intuition of yours, especially for some of you that have not been tapping in. Okay. And then I feel that there is a great deal of you that are already tapped in, tuned in, and turned on. You just, for some reason here lately, been silencing out your intuition. You know, what do you do when you have a dozen of options before you and all have equal pros and cons? You use your intuition. That's what you do. And that's what this week is going to present you. It's going to hit you with a lot of choices, a lot of decisions that need to be made. Okay. And at the end, the only option available is to go within and make an intuitive decision and then pick the one that feels right for you. That's how you're going to make the best decision coming up this week. Okay. And speaking about this week, you're going to be presented with a lot of options. A lot of things are going to be thrown at you. Okay. And if you have a situation that needs resolving or problem solving, or somebody else that's close to you needs help, then it's time to stop overthinking, calm yourself, calm your mind, and those extreme emotions of yours that you've been having, and find a place where you can get quiet, get still, clear your mind, and the answer and the solution will come to you through your intuitive means. It only comes to you when you stop worrying about your problems. Okay? Also, this week, you're being called to listen to that intuition because it is time to learn how to strengthen your intuitive abilities in order to enhance your decisions. Okay? And this will help to guide you in your future actions and your future decisions that are to come. So the universe is calling you to observe, listen, and learn. By doing this, you expand your mind and your experiences. The more you know, the more experiences you have, the more sound your intuition will be. So that is a byproduct of listening to that inner voice. And to me, listen. Be intimate with yourself, intimacy. Okay? Intuition. And to me, I listen. Intuition. They both go hand to hand. Although it may be overlooked, some of you may think that is woo-woo. The more that you practice it, the more knowledgeable you'll become, and the less you have to think about how to strengthen it. All right, so to wrap it up for you, you need to observe more, learn more, experience more. But sometimes you also have to think less. Get out of your head, get into your heart, and listen. All right, this has come to the conclusion of your reading for those of you who chose card number 2. For those of you who have chosen card number 3, you have the Crone card. Now, this is a general reading and it is not gender specific, but this is a feminine energy card, which represents feminine power, fearlessness, authenticity, thank you, and the woman who understands her true nature, okay? Now, right now, you are living life by your own design, untapped power, and potential. The universe is calling you forward to be unbowed and unapologetic. Do what's necessary, not what's expected. That's what I'm hearing for this coming week. It is a time to be fierce and fight back. You're like nature. wild, still, compassionate, volatile, excuse me, calm, peaceful, and adaptable. You are everything that you choose to be. The crone is a woman who is aware of her choices and may maybe she will transition from this maiden to this crone without feeling any need to desire to be a mother. Okay, maybe you don't want to be a mother. Maybe you don't want to get married in a 3D. Maybe you just want a life partner. You don't want marriage. Whatever the case is, you are not allowing society to put you in societal box. Not saying that you're not a mother already or that you do not desire children. I'm just saying that you're not going to go about this in the traditional way of what most people go about doing things. I'm also saying that you are beyond that stage of wanting to walk that traditional path. Okay, you're definitely unorthodox. Your maturity, your understanding, and overstanding, and you're very strong and compassionate. That will all come into play this coming week for those of you. Okay. And because you're always there, quick to give a hug and offer your support, but you're also very blunt at the same time and unafraid to deliver a tough love message if it feels like it's needed. This can cause for people to misunderstand and misconstrue who you are. And it comes off as an appearance of cruelty and ruthlessness, but that would just be their illusion. And that's the illusion that's going to be given off to those that are around you. And that is going to be their thinking. So the universe is forewarning you of this event. And this is why people are always so quick to vilify the crone, because she has both unrepentant and unwillingly to conform to society's constructs and society's micromanagement of who they think that she should be and their expectations of her. And when I say her, remember, this is not gender specific. This could be male too, because you possess inside of you both the masculine and the feminine energy, male and female. Okay. So this is for both male and female. But you are going to have to tap into your feminine power next week. For men, you're going to have to harness that energy. So going back to what I was saying, you are not going to fit in anybody's box, and you choose to no longer be a target for those who are enslaved by society's dictates, as well as those who impose those dictates upon who you are. Contrary to that, you are very kind, you're very gentle and very loving and supportive and nourishing in everything that you do. And the crone, she actually wears her true face, but the face she wears will be the one that she feel is needed at the time. Okay? She is who she is, and she is who she needs to be and when she needs to be. This is generally a woman that is past her prime, but is also can represent someone that is wise beyond their years too. So you can be a younger man or a younger woman. And this card can definitely represent who you are. You're going to have the emergence of this energy, and you're going to have many fertile, productive, and creative years ahead of you. So embrace her true power and potential. You're being called this week to act from a place of love instead of fear. You will be able to tap in into untapped power and potential, and it's coming to an understanding and an understanding and overstanding of her standing in her power or his power or your power. And your energy is to focus not on the divided, but on the unity that you bring to any situation. Someone is going to pigeonhole you and stereotype you this coming week. But by you being who you are, you're going to be unfazed by it because you walk in your true authentic power. You know your true authentic self. And you do not embrace the traditions and beliefs that are archaic and restrictive in the old template that no longer serves us in this now five-dimensional state of existence that we all are walking in. No, instead, you do not do what is expected of you. Okay? You do what you darn sure feel and deem necessary. That's what you do. And you do not allow others to determine your future or decide whether you have a purpose. I'm getting it that for some of you, you're in your prime, or you may be past your years, from your earlier years, but do not allow your age, your gender, your sexuality to become something that others use to define or restrict or limit who you are. You are who you are, and you are who you choose to be, and that is enough. This is a very strong message that's coming in. Wow. You know, some of you are receiving a message from the universe to do what is necessary, but not what is expected. So it is now time for you to say no. Okay, put your foot down. If the answer is no, say no without any explanation. You don't have to give any explanation to why. It is time for you to prove them wrong by doing everything that they said that you cannot do or should not do or that you were unable to do. It is time to be fierce. It is time to fight back. Do not be afraid. Do not give up. And this is the conclusion of your reading for those of you who picked card number 3. For those of you that chose card number 4, this is at last but certainly not least. You have the Destiny card. Okay, this week will be about your personal destiny and your universal destiny. You're going to be seeking answers and purpose. Your destiny is going to be basically to become whole, connected. Your destiny is to lead a life with meaningful purpose. There may be some ancestral healing that I'm feeling that may be required from you, healing bloodlines, even some generational curses for some of you. Yeah, there's going to be some deep healing that needs to be done to your person. Okay? You just never know how your destiny may influence generations to come. And sometimes the most important destinies are the ones that remain hidden. So the universe is asking you to understand, and overstand that there is a reason to embrace your destiny. Your destiny is actually twofold, and it is about to unfold right before you so beautifully. And now that you need to come into a comprehension that you have a universal destiny and a personal destiny. And let me break it down for you so you will understand. Your universal destiny is to become whole and connected, to find your center, to overcome all that destroys your peace, to face your fears and let go of past hurts, and love yourself. Love yourself in your life with unreserved light and unconditional love. You also have your personal destiny. Your personal destiny, that involves seeking and following your bliss. Your personal destiny is to find and lead a life that has meaning and purpose. But your destiny is not going to be found out there in the world. You must step inside and explore your heart and your mind. And your personal destiny is not one that's of predetermined nature. It's not predetermined. It's not predestined. It's a choice. And it's a choice you will make based on your inherent gifts and talents. So this week, you're going to be called to step into your destiny because you're going to first discover and recognize what those gifts and talents are in the first place, and then work to use them for the benefit of yourself and in others. However, your journey, it may be full of obstacles and trials, okay? I'm not going to lie. But like any quest of the old, this is your quest. But instead of seeking an intangible holy grail or something to escape, like escapism, the universe is calling you to move towards something tangible and real this week. There's going to be activities and interests that inspire your passion and love, and they will make you feel complete. And they will imbue with you a sense of rightness and right action. That's what I'm hearing. It is these things that you are destined to do. Some it will be for love, some of you will be for career, and some of you will be both. This is a general reading, so take what resonates. It actually could be a variety of things, but it also could include fixing broken things and repurposing them. Things that are people that didn't have a meaning for you. The universe is asking you to give them meaning. It can be healing. It could be protection. It can be anything. But the key to recognizing it as how it makes you feel and what you're willing to do in order to make it a key part of your life, an integral part of your life. You're never too old. You're never too young to seek divine purpose. And oftentimes, when it comes to finding a sense of who we are, we often look in all the wrong places, people, and things because we're comparing ourselves to others and what they have and what they've already accomplished and how far they've already come. The universe is telling you, don't do that. And another big mistake that we place upon ourselves is that we believe that our destiny is tied or intertwined with our career path. Your destiny may have absolutely nothing to do with your choice of career. You may, in fact, have to walk a career path that is not one that you love, but it allows you to do what you love. And that's the key point. And there is a difference. So keep this in mind, okay? Sometimes the things we love to do the most is not suitable as a career. And sometimes the act of turning it into a career can lessen the love and the passion that we once felt for it. Weigh your choices carefully this week and consider the benefits and the consequences of turning a passion into a career path, okay? Whatever it is that comes to you naturally with ease, ask yourself, what is it? Is there something that you can do with your natural ability? And if it is, and if that answer comes to you, this is what you are supposed to be doing. This is one of your gifts. The secret here is that the universe is calling you to look within, not to look at the others, and certainly not to look at the without. We support ourselves on our quest when we comprehend that sometimes our destinies might appear small and maybe insignificant, but maybe are crucial importance to the lives of others that are around us. Maybe your destiny was to be a martyr for other people. And I say that in a symbolic way. Sacrifice yourself for others. Okay. And for some of you, your destiny may be as big as your wildest dreams and what you could even imagine. It may be one of your major callings upon your life. And that's great too. Also, understand, understand, and overstand that sometimes our destinies remain hidden, and that's okay too. We're not trying to be in comparison with those that have great destinies, and we consider ourselves as having small destinies because they're all big destinies because they're your destiny. And that's what you came here to do. You're here to fulfill a grand purpose, whatever that may be, whatever that may look like. Just remember that everything happens for a reason. And this coming week, you're going to have multiple destinies that are going to present themselves and they are going to play out right before your very eyes. But do not get overwhelmed. Not just yet, because there's more to come. And everything that we are, everything that we do has a ripple effect. It ripples outwards and influences those around us. And you need to remember that. And although you may have ranking and you may have some fulfillment in one area of your life or an accomplishment, you may still have other things to accomplish. And the universe is bringing you to that attention. There's always something new to learn. And there's always something new to experience that will add shock value to your life. Okay. Now, on the flip side of that, this does not mean that, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not doing anything else. Don't be fooled into believing that once you have determined your destiny, making it manifest will be free of difficulties and obstacles and problems. When does the hero or the heroine of any story move from where they were to go to that final destination without effort or sacrifice? Next week, some of you are going to face some of those obstacles, okay? But remember that some of these obstacles were made born of your own doing, and others were placed on your path by others that may not fully contemplate or understand or believe in your destiny. And whatever the case may be, the universe and myself is asking you not to lose your footing. Have a strong conviction because your destiny solely depends on it. Okay? All right. I have come to the conclusion of these readings for the pick card for this week and what's coming in. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I choose to not monetize my channel so you can get the best benefit of the readings with no interruptions. And as a byproduct of that, it is also a good karma to leave a love donation. It would greatly be appreciated. I also have a wish list from Amazon that you could give as a gift to me. This purchase will enhance your experience on this channel. I now wrap you in my love and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.